NASA Presidential Candidate Raila Odinga has condemned the violence witnessed in Laare area of Igembe North sub-county ahead of their planned visit to the region. Odinga is pointing an accusing finger at state agencies whom he says were following orders from the Jubilee Leadership to cause havoc. He says such moves will not disrupt their message to Kenyans. Kennedy Morethi reports.
Chaotic scenes in the streets of Laare as police tried to separate youth supporting Jubilee and NASA from engaging in physical fights. As the two rivals groups clashed, police were forced to use tear gas to disperse the youth. In the run-up to the August 8 elections, the NASA brigade led by Raila Odinga enjoyed considerable support in Igembe area. Today's planned visit was seen as a move aimed at consolidating their votes in the region ahead of the repeat poll slated for October 26. But youth allied to Jubilee were keen on making sure it did not happen. All this time, NASA youth were ready to receive Raila Odinga and his brigade, which was holed up at the Wilson Airport, waiting for the situation to calm down.
Tunajua wale vijana wamelipwa pesa, wameshinda usiku kunywa pombe, ndio wanataka kufuruga amani hapa. Sisi vijana ama wananasa, sisi hatuna shinda yoyote, hatukuwa tupingane na mtu yoyote. Tulikuwa tukaribishe mheshimiwa wetu the waiting president kwa sababu koti iliamua ya kwamba kura yake imeibiwa.
Na hapa sisi sote tuliamua ni Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta wako na William Samoei Ruto. Mambo wanasa sisi hatujui. Huyu mtu alinjiondoa kunyang'anyiro. Sijua anaitisha nini tena.
Ningetaka wapendwa kama ni Jubilee manasa, tulia, ukisikia Uhuru anaongea msikize, uende, uamuzi wako ni kura yako.
NASA leaders who were forced to cancel the trip this evening after it became apparent that the ground was not safe say the violence was sponsored by Jubilee.
The information from the ground that one OCPD, one Mr. Kimani and one OCS Mr. Wamai were the ones who were leading the charge on the ground, throwing tear gas as innocent NASA supporters who had gathered on the ground to welcome us.
These state-funded acts of violence are happening at a time opposition leaders have had their security withdrawn, and also at a time the state is openly arming and dressing thugs to work with police against NASA.
They insist the violence witnessed is part of a wider scheme to lock them out of zones they have previously enjoyed support.
We have campaigned in Meru for decades. We know the people well, and we know our level of support among the residents. In fact, the visit planned for today had been requested by residents, and we thank them wholeheartedly for their continued support despite intimidation and blackmail.
NASA remains committed to move forward despite a concerted determination by the Jubilee administration to try to intimidate our supporters.
After the court lifted the ban on demonstrations, the NASA team says the demonstrations will run concurrently with rallies they have planned for this week and next week.
Our demonstrations are going to be peaceful, and they are going to be peaceful. And we will ensure that there is no destruction of property of anybody. And the demonstrations are a people's right constitutionally. So we will be combining, as I've mentioned, tomorrow we'll be in Cancun. Then on Thursday, we're going to be in Turkana.
Kennedy Morethi, NTV.